What if you found yourself day after day in the midst of a conflict that seems to have no end? Welcome to the reality of the Israel-Hamas conflict, a conflict marked by decades of confrontation, ceasefires, and flare-ups. A timeline that begins in the late 80s, with the formation of Hamas during the First Palestinian Intifada, and is punctuated by key events such as the Oslo Accord, the Second Intifada, and the many instances of escalating tensions leading to full-scale conflicts. This cycle of conflict has left its mark on both sides, with countless casualties and significant destruction. What events have led to this seemingly unending cycle of conflict? To understand the present, we must delve into the past. The Israel-Hamas conflict is a tale of many pivotal moments. Our journey begins in 1987, with the creation of Hamas during the First Palestinian Intifada against Israel's occupation of the West Bank and Gaza Strip. Fast forward to 1993, the first Oslo Accord is signed, aiming to establish peace between Israel and the Palestinians. However, Hamas opposes the peace process, setting a precedent for the years to come. As the new millennium dawns in the year 2000, the Second Intifada begins, sparked by Palestinian protests over a visit by Israeli opposition leader Ariel Sharon to the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. The following years, between 2001 and 2002, see a series of suicide bombings carried out by Hamas in Israel. The year 2005 marks a significant shift, with Israeli forces withdrawing from Gaza and leaving it under the control of the Palestinian Authority. But by 2006, the situation escalates again when Hamas captures Israeli conscript Gilad Shalit, leading to Israeli airstrikes and incursions. In 2007, Hamas takes over Gaza in a brief civil war. A year later, in 2008, Israel launches a military offensive in Gaza, resulting in a ceasefire. The cycle of violence continues in 2012 when Israel kills Hamas's military chief of staff, leading to Palestinian militant rocket fire and Israeli airstrikes. Fast forward to 2014, the kidnapping and killing of 3 Israeli teenagers by Hamas leads to a 7-week war. 4 years later, in 2018, Palestinian protests begin at Gaza's border with Israel, leading to clashes and fighting between Hamas and Israeli forces. The timeline brings us to May 2021. Tensions escalate, leading to clashes between Israeli police and Palestinian protesters, and eventually to a full-scale conflict with Hamas firing rockets from Gaza and Israel launching airstrikes. By the end of the month, a ceasefire is agreed upon between Israel and Hamas. And so the cycle of conflict continues, with moments of silence punctuated by periods of intense violence. Fast forward to the present day, where tensions simmer and flare up in an unpredictable pattern. The most recent chapter in this long and tumultuous history unfolded in May 2021. Tensions escalated, leading to clashes between Israeli police and Palestinian protesters. This quickly spiraled into a full-scale conflict, with Hamas firing rockets from Gaza and Israel responding with airstrikes. This intense conflict culminated in the agreement of a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. The aftermath, however, was a landscape marked by significant damage to buildings and infrastructure in Gaza, and casualties on both sides. The ceasefire, while a temporary relief, has not resolved the underlying issues. The tensions remain, like a simmering pot threatening to boil over at any moment. Take, for instance, the annual Flag March by Israeli nationalists through Jerusalem's Old City, which celebrates Israel's capture of the Old City in the 1967 Middle East War. This march, seen as a provocation by Palestinians and a religious affront by Hamas, has been a source of renewed tensions. As we stand at the precipice of yet another escalation, one can't help but wonder, what lies ahead? Is there a path forward? A way to break this cycle of conflict and find a lasting peace? It's a question that has been asked by many over the years, and the answer remains elusive. Potential solutions to the conflict between Israel and Hamas are complex and multifaceted. Diplomatic efforts have been ongoing, with international bodies and countries stepping in to mediate and foster dialogue. Peace accords, like the Oslo Accord of 1993, have attempted to establish peace, yet have been met with resistance and opposition from various factions, including Hamas itself. Other initiatives aim to address the root causes of the conflict. These include infrastructural development, education, and economic opportunities in the region, fostering a sense of shared community and mutual respect. However, the path forward is not without its obstacles. Deep-seated animosities, political complexities, and the scars of history pose significant challenges. The recent ceasefire, while a positive step, is but a temporary solution to a deep-rooted problem. The international community plays a pivotal role in this journey to peace. Their role in facilitating dialogue, providing humanitarian aid, and ensuring respect for international law is imperative. In the end, the path to peace is not a simple one. It's a journey fraught with challenges, complexities, and the weight of history. As we reflect on the Israel-Hamas conflict, we are left with more questions than answers. We've journeyed through a historical timeline filled with confrontations and ceasefires, examined the current tensions, and contemplated potential paths towards peace. Yet, the complexity of this conflict reminds us that understanding is a continuous process. As we seek clarity amidst the chaos, let's not forget the ultimate goal: a peaceful resolution. In this complex and ever-evolving conflict, the only certainty is the hope for a peaceful resolution. Until then, we watch, we learn, and we continue to question.